So Kathy, tell me about this protocol, this crazy thing that we're doing that's like the opposite of what we've been doing the last 12 years.
So we're going to start intermittent fasting, which is...
We've already started, actually.
Well, we've actually already started. We've been doing it, you and I have been doing it for 2 weeks now. 2 weeks Tuesday. So it's, and I was very skeptical of it at first because like I have blood sugar issues and I was worried that, you know, my blood sugars would drop. I usually eat every 3 hours. Like I've been eating every 3 hours for the last 12 years. And that's what you're taught as a diabetic, that you eat small meals every 6 times a day to keep your insulin like level so you don't have drops and hills and valleys, which can make you feel really terrible and not want to exercise or do anything. So I was skeptical because how am I going to keep my blood sugars even if I'm not eating from 8 o'clock at night till noon?
So 16-hour fast, 8-hour meal regimen where we squeeze all our meals in within 8 hours. How are you, did your blood sugar go crazy?
No, my blood sugar's leveled out. I've struggled to try and get it up in the 100 range after eating, where my doctor wants it. And I've always been at like 70, in the high 70s, low 80s. Or I'll eat and drop them all the way down into, I've been as low as 41. So,
41 blood sugar.
So, yeah.
That doesn't feel too good.
41 blood sugar, where someone else was putting milk or juice down my throat because I couldn't even think or talk or function. I was sitting on the floor. Wondering at what point you actually, you know, like pass out, which I've never done, thank God, and never want to do.
Right, so, and those are legitimate fears, especially going on a fast.
Yeah, so then you're talking about, you know, you and I are listening to a doctor and some doctors and doing our own research, and the ketogenic diet, which was originally made for kids with seizure disorders, like
right.
Kids that they couldn't control their seizures and stuff. A very small percent of the population was supposed to do well in the ketogenic diet. And it was crazy when it came out. Like everybody was against it, medical doctors were against it, but it worked. Like it worked for them. Kids that couldn't function because of seizures, they had so many seizures during the day. So I was very skeptical of doing this. And I was already heavy. I've dealt with injuries for the last 5 years. I had back surgery a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I'm just rehabbed out of it, just on my way to controlling I've got into menopause, of course, you know, like just to throw in the hormones and the whole, 20-pound gain for menopause, which I never thought was real. I always just thought our clients were just like, you know, not wanting to admit
using it as an excuse.
Yeah, they're a great excuse. It's true. So fighting that too.
But you're losing weight, huh?
Yeah, so I've toned up. I'm looking a lot better. You and I are doing our first body fats after starting this protocol on Tuesday, and my clothes fit better. I've lost my stomach in the middle. I mean, my waist has definitely dropped down. I've only lost 3 pounds. But my husband is doing this too. I put my husband on this too. He's a 3-year disabled in a wheelchair due to diseases, and he was almost 340 pounds, 350 pounds when we started this. So extremely overweight, hates working out, the polar opposite of me. Doesn't have a lot of other issues, but gaining weight like crazy because he doesn't want to exercise, can't exercise, doesn't want to walk, doesn't want to eat right, wants to eat what he wants, pizza, blah, blah, blah. But he's got huge cardiac history. So again, starting us on this, high fat, high red meat, high everything that you're taught with cardiovascular disease as well. Mm-hmm. High cholesterol, red meat. We eat chicken and turkey because I kept our red meat down to a minimum because of the high cholesterol. And he's a software engineer and he has to think, doesn't like falling asleep. So he was like, I have to starve for like most of the day and then just eat in this very short period of time. Like there's no way, you're not putting me on low calories. I'm not doing it. He's a hard sell anyways. Sneaks food behind my back, that kind of personality. I'll do what you want, but I'll eat on the side. But he's been on it at the same amount of time as I am. He's lost like 15 pounds, He doesn't fall asleep at the desk anymore. He's sleeping better at night. I noticed he's walking around more. His energy level, seems to have come up. He feels better.
He's getting out of the wheelchair voluntarily.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And walking up and down the hall, and just his whole demeanor's better. I feel great. My blood sugars are up over 100. You and I have spent years trying to get my blood sugars up. Like, chasing them, trying different carbs, trying different combinations, trying different caloric intake.
Yes.
In
the thick of it.
So me trying to understand all this, you talked to the doctor and you seem to have a pretty good picture when you brought me aboard, and I've been like 2 weeks like, I don't really get it, like, what's happening.
But we've actually started off well, and it surprisingly has already shown short-term benefits. Now, whether the ketogenic lifestyle or the intermittent fasting lifestyle is a lifestyle long-term to be done for years and years and years, I think for me it's not. It's a method to be nutritionally sound, to improve recovery, to make changes. But I don't know that I'm going to never eat a carbohydrate again. And what the doctor is saying is that as we become more insulin sensitive, our bodies will naturally have the ability to have more carbohydrate. So it's not this, I'm never gonna have a carbohydrate again diet. It's not this, I'm just gonna keep fasting and fasting and fasting, and we're gonna tighten the window, and pretty soon we're just gonna fast, we're just gonna give up eating. That's not what we're doing here. But we are doing a protocol that embraces higher fat, and we are doing a protocol where for 16 hours a day we don't eat. And when it comes around the time that it's time to eat, I'll be very honest. I look forward to that first bite after 16 hours of not eating. But it's not like I want to gorge, and it's not like I feel really tired after the meal either. So right now we've experienced some really good benefits. Kathy firsthand, even in blood sugars and things that we haven't been able to change or alter in years of trying, we've seen immediate benefit. So stay tuned. What do you want to say?
So, and my doctor had talked about 24-hour fast to reset my blood sugar. I just never thought I could do it. So the first time I did 24-hour fast, I did it absolutely no problem. And unlike you, I'm not hungry. Like at noon, I have to remind myself it's noon. I can go till like 2 or 3 o'clock, and I'm not hungry. We're not starving on this diet. Like we're satisfied. Like it wasn't, I really expected to be like fighting it, wanting water, couldn't wait till noon. And I'm really not noticing it. And working out, my workouts are better than when I was trying to eat like a half an hour before so I wouldn't get sick during the workout. I don't get sick during the workout. I have more energy. I'm getting through them.
Who would think a fasting workout would be better? So stay tuned as we learn more about this. And if you're interested in trying it, we have the protocol. Just contact Tri-System, contact Kathy, Jeff, Derek, John, or Denise, and we can put you on this program.